Welcome back to the channel. It seems like Boeing are having issues with the certifications exemptions it has requested from the FAA. Let's have a look what the new issue may affect the certification. The Airline Pilots Association International, ALPA, is pushing back against Boeing's request for a regulatory exemption for the 737 MAX 7 and MAX 10, both of which are still going through the certification process. Boeing filed the request in January, asking the FAA to grant an exemption for the Stall Management Yaw Damper, SMYD. If approved, this would allow Boeing to bypass demonstrating that the SMYD software meets more rigorous standards, and also speed up upgrades to the MAX 8 and MAX 9, which are already in service. In a letter to the FAA earlier this month, ALPA made their stance clear. ALPA believes the certification of the SMYD system should be concluded before entry into service. ALPA furthermore does not agree with the 3.5 years Boeing is asking for an exemption. This request marks a shift for Boeing. Last year, they opted not to seek an exemption for engine nacelle issues tied to the de-icing system. At the time, Boeing was already under heavy scrutiny following the MAX 9 mid-air decompression incident and broader concerns over safety and quality control. Now, a year later, under new management and with a renewed focus on manufacturing improvements, they're making this request. The SMYD system is responsible for stall warning, stall identification, and yaw dampening. While the MAX 8 and MAX 9 had their SMYD systems certified under Level B standards set by the Radio Technical Commission for Aeronautics, RTCA. An updated analysis during the MAX 7's development led both Boeing and the FAA to determine that the system should now meet the stricter Design Assurance Level A standards. This means additional certification work would be required, adding yet another delay to the already behind schedule MAX 7 and MAX 10. Boeing is also working on an enhanced angle of attack AOA system across all MAX models, with plans to introduce it first on the MAX 10 before retrofitting it to earlier variants. This system will incorporate a third synthetic AOA sensor, a requirement that Boeing and the European Union Aviation Safety Agency EASA agreed upon in 2021 to lift the MAX groundings after the two fatal crashes. Those crashes were largely attributed to MCAS software flaws that relied on a single AOA sensor, creating a single point of failure. The new synthetic sensor is designed to mitigate that risk by cross-referencing multiple data sources, such as airspeed, altitude, climb rate, throttle position, and yaw damper inputs to determine which sensor readings are likely accurate. If the FAA grants the exemption, Boeing could proceed with certifying the MAX 7 and MAX 10 under its current timeline, targeting early 2026 for MAX 7 entry into service and fall 2026 for the MAX. However, if the request is denied, Boeing will have to wait until the SMYD system is fully certified under Design Assurance Level A, potentially delaying these aircraft by another 12 to 18 months. That would be a significant blow to Boeing's already stretched production schedule and cash flow. The synthetic AOA system Boeing is developing would play a crucial role in MCAS, Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System, which was at the center of the two MAX crashes. The idea is that if one sensor is faulty, the system can compare inputs from the other two to determine the most reliable data, reducing the likelihood of a repeat failure scenario. The FAA's decision will be influenced by the new administration in Washington, and it's unclear whether regulators will take a tougher or more lenient stance with Boeing. If the exemption is denied, Boeing will face the challenge of not only completing the certification of the MAX 7 and MAX 10, but also ensuring all existing MAX aircraft are retrofitted with the enhanced AOA system in a timely manner. Boeing has already built 25 MAX 7 aircraft, which are currently sitting in storage awaiting certification. These jets will need modifications to meet final certification requirements before they can be delivered to customers. Boeing argues that the existing SMYD system, which meets Level B requirements, has performed reliably for over 25 years across the 737 NG, MAX 8 and MAX 9, accumulating more than 270 million flight hours. They see the exemption as a practical way to expedite certification without introducing unnecessary risk. However, ALPA and other industry experts disagree, emphasizing the importance of adhering to the stricter safety standards. Ultimately, the FAA will have the final say, and for now, the request remains under review. Stay tuned for more updates. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and follow us on social media to keep up with the latest developments in aviation. Thanks, and see you in the next one.